Heartbreaking loss. Becky Lynch mourns the tragic loss of Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch, known as the Man, has always been a symbol of strength, resilience, and unyielding determination in WWE. From her early days in NXT to becoming a two-time Raw Women's Champion and a multi-time main roster sensation, Becky has faced every obstacle with fire in her eyes and passion in her heart. But even the strongest can face the most unimaginable heartbreak. In this dramatic, fictional WWE scenario, Becky Lynch is faced with the tragic loss of her husband, Seth Rollins, after a shocking, career-ending, and ultimately fatal attack during Monday Night Raw. This is a story of grief, love, and legacy, a narrative that explores the depth of human emotion, the fragility of life, and the heartache behind the wrestling world's bright lights. Becky Lynch, A Life of Triumph and Love. Before diving into tragedy, it's important to understand the life Becky shared with Seth Rollins. Their love story, though often private, captivated the wrestling world. Both were top performers in WWE, balancing grueling schedules with a life filled with affection, laughter, and shared ambition. Becky, born Rebecca Quinn, rose to fame through determination, charisma, and her unmatched skill in the ring. She became the Man, a persona that inspired millions of fans worldwide. But beyond the ring, Becky's life was deeply intertwined with Seth, a man equally dedicated to his craft and family. Together, they built a partnership that transcended wrestling storylines. They supported each other through injuries, career milestones, and personal challenges. Their shared journey represented not just love, but a powerful alliance of strength, respect, and devotion. The night of the tragedy. The events leading to this heartbreaking moment began during a live Monday Night Raw broadcast. Seth Rollins, the Architect, was scheduled for a high-profile match against one of WWE's most ruthless heels. The arena was buzzing with excitement. Fans eagerly anticipated what promised to be an unforgettable contest. From the opening bell, Seth's intensity was palpable. He executed his signature moves flawlessly, the sling blade, curb stomp, and falcon arrow, leaving the crowd on the edge of their seats. But as the match progressed, tensions escalated. Seth's opponent resorted to increasingly vicious tactics, targeting his ribs, head, and neck. In a shocking moment outside the ring, the heel delivered a brutal high-impact move from the barricade, sending Seth crashing into the unforgiving steel structure. Medical personnel rushed to the scene as the audience watched in stunned silence. Commentary teams, struggling to process the attack, whispered words like serious injury and life-threatening. Backstage, Becky Lynch, watching live, froze. Her heart pounded as she realized the gravity of the situation. The love of her life, her partner in both wrestling and life, lay motionless in the ring. Seth was quickly transported to the hospital under critical care. Fans, wrestlers, and WWE staff alike were left in shock, anxiously awaiting updates. Social media erupted with messages of hope, support, and prayers for Seth's recovery. Backstage, Becky was inconsolable. Wrestlers who had known Seth personally gathered around her, trying to provide comfort. Yet, the pain was raw, unyielding, and suffocating. For the first time, the world saw Becky not as the man in the ring, but as a grieving wife grappling with unimaginable loss. In the hospital, doctors fought to stabilize Seth. His injuries were catastrophic, with multiple internal complications. The WWE Universe held its collective breath as the medical team worked tirelessly. But in this tragic scenario, fate proved relentless. Hours later, the unimaginable news arrived. Seth Rollins had passed away due to complications from the injuries sustained during the attack. The wrestling world went silent. Fans across the globe were stunned, mourning the sudden loss of a beloved superstar and husband. Becky Lynch, overwhelmed by grief, collapsed in the arms of close friends. The public saw her tears, unfiltered and raw, as she struggled to comprehend life without Seth. In that moment, the persona of the Man dissolved, revealing a woman shattered by love, loss, and heartbreak. The WWE Universe in mourning. The impact of Seth Rollins' fictional passing reverberated through WWE. Raw and SmackDown were immediately transformed into tribute shows. Commentary teams spoke with heavy hearts, recounting Seth's greatest matches, career-defining moments, and contributions to the industry. Fans worldwide expressed their sorrow, sharing memories of Seth's inspirational promos, unforgettable rivalries, and athletic prowess. Tributes poured in from every corner of the wrestling world. Roman Reigns, a longtime rival and friend, shared his shock and grief, acknowledging Seth's mentorship and dedication. AJ Styles spoke of Seth's professionalism, work ethic, and the personal lessons he imparted to younger wrestlers. Charlotte Flair, Becky's close friend, posted an emotional tribute, remembering the joy and laughter Seth brought both in and out of the ring. The hashtags #RIP Seth Rollins and #Forever the Architect trended globally as fans, colleagues, and celebrities paid homage to the fallen superstar. Becky Lynch's private grief. For Becky, the loss was indescribable. The home she shared with Seth, once filled with laughter, love, and shared dreams, became a silent reminder of what was gone. Friends described Becky wandering the house, touching items Seth had left behind, struggling with the unbearable reality that she would never hear his voice again. She began writing letters to Seth, words of love, memory, and longing. Friends and family tried to provide support, but nothing could fill the void left by his absence. Each day became a test of endurance, with grief threatening to overwhelm her at every turn. The WWE Universe may have seen Becky as a fierce competitor, but behind closed doors, she was a widow, a woman grappling with the profound loss of the person who had been her anchor, partner, and soulmate. Tributes and memorials. WWE organized a series of tributes in Seth Rollins' honor. Video packages highlighted his most iconic moments, championship wins, unforgettable promos, and matches that defined his career. Former opponents, tag team partners, and colleagues shared stories of Seth's professionalism, humor, and heart. Fans organized memorial gatherings outside arenas. Candles, signs, and chants honored Seth's legacy, demonstrating the global impact of his life. WWE encouraged fans to share their memories, creating a virtual tribute that allowed everyone to express their grief and love for the superstar. Even as WWE honored Seth publicly, Becky's personal grief remained profound. Every match she had ever fought with Seth in mind now carried a deeper emotional weight. Every promo, every public appearance, every interview reminded her of the life they had shared, and the absence that would never be filled. Friends recounted moments where Becky would break down in private, recounting memories of Seth with tears streaming down her face. Their shared dreams, inside jokes, and personal moments became both cherished memories and unbearable pain. The loss of Seth Rollins redefined Becky Lynch's life. It was a grief that could not be hidden behind a wrestling persona or storyline. It was raw, real, and devastating. Fans worldwide felt Becky's pain. Social media became a platform for